new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free.
What up, what up? We are getting ready to start off with day 8 of Outer Woods.
What up?
Ah, shit. Keep forgetting to mute that. I'm just gonna do some quick sharing real quick. Sorry if this is gonna take a little bit, just gotta make sure I share everything the way it's supposed to be shared. Alright. That's good. Sorry this is taking so long. Just I gotta make sure that I'm share what I need to share to where I need to share it. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Alrighty, so we are back. We last left off, I think we just got done taking over the space shuttle for, what the heck are they called? They were called, Spacer's Choice? Shit, I don't remember. But we last left off because we took over a space station for a group, not realizing that I was actually kind of losing faction points with the corporate. But who gives a shit? Corporate sucks anyways. So here we go. Let's go check out the next one. Stainless steel rat. Investigate left field possible. This thing goes to wait a little bit longer on that. Slaughter Clive. Weapons from the void. The logs on Hawthorne's mentioned rumors from the groundbreaker of a scientist. Powerful weapon he was researching. Perhaps more details can be found on the space station. Another of Hawthorne's logs mentioned looking in Gladys's shop for old records. Apparently, several leads that way. I guess we'll try to do that. No companions because they all suck. And here we go. Right now I'm going to try to figure out how to find these void weapons. One of my leads was to go and find it on the groundbreaker. Somewhere in there. There's got to be some info. Maybe some research. I guess we'll find out soon enough. It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? Let's see what you got for trade. I have a lovely little throw pillow, just something I toss together. I like to keep my hands busy. Let's see. security forces. From the accumulated dust and grime, it hasn't been used for over a decade. This data cartridge contains the public records of Hestus mining outpost on Scylla. It can be viewed using the captain's terminal on the Unreliable. The old data pad contains incident reports from various Mardit security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for the later review. August 7th was 2344 responded to a code of ID-10-T at the Lost Hope. Vera asked us to bounce some back bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one of Engineer Tennyson's people. We've tossed the run leech back down the bays. Asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. If this is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, I'm complaining to Sunita. October 25th, 2344. Had another run-in with the run leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the uppity piker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing. Locked himself in the repair bay off the dock in slip 13 and refused to come out. Kept raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty or some shit while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break off when our shift ended. Hullhead's gotta come out eventually. Well, looks like that weapon's somewhere around here, I guess. Or at least more information to the weapon. Now, how will I get there? Guess we'll... So now I gotta get over there. Before we go, I guess we go check out this other data pad on my terminal. Might have more information leading to the groundbreaker weapon. Search Hestus Mining Archive cartridge for keyword search results. Results number 1 from the site supervisor's personal logs. That captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger, then left before we discovered the damn thing that doesn't work. Only thing it rearranged is the number of bits on Harris's card. Looked like some strange tech or a weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. Results number 2 from the site safety officer incident report. Doc Clawfield could have saved Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used and stored it in Birdie's office for now. Figure the least the site supervisor can do is fill out the forms for whatever that damn thing is. Don't know how I'm gonna detain Harris. Not like he's got prison cells on this rock.
Daddy,
What, boy?
when you done with that thing, you play Fortnite with me?
Yeah, we'll play after I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, watch.
Well, can you close the door, please? Result number 3 from Barber's coronary inquest. Given name, Lemuel. Family name, Harryford. Employment status, indenture. Contract terms, 35 years, 2 months, 16 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes approximately remaining. Time of deceasement, 18 hours, 18.27 hours approximately. Cause of deceasement, blunt force trauma, weapon unknown. Took a good whack to the noggin. The facial area to be specific about it. It's all twisted up tooth. Nose is 5 times too big. Jaw is shrunk to almost nothing. Teeth are all out of kilter. Though I suppose that was a true pre-deceasement. If the blow itself didn't kill him, there's no way he could have breathed with all that damage. Alrighty. Looks like I found a couple more areas to go to. For now, let's try to get to the railbreaker. Hmm. Gotta be a way up there. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe there's something on the logs here that might help.
Chocolate. The Hershey chocolate. Can I have Hershey chocolate? That.
Go ahead a little bit. Confiscated goods. Detained a freelancer who was cagey about his business. Confiscated his personal belongings while he waited for questioning. Modified pistol, jock, hatchet, metal hoop, prayer beads, OSI, lock container. Owner refused inspection. He fled before we can get down to it. Left his things behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again, which is likely to be never. Sublight put a bid on our impounds, generous one to negotiate for the usual finder's fee and then give Lila her salvage. Brawl at the Lost Hope, Freelancers versus Board. Freelancers won, arrested a freighter captain with more bits than brains. Hawthorne ship impounded by order of Udon Bedford. Still no clue why Hawthorne associates with that board snake. A guy with the back bays roughed up the Moon Kid, raving mad, warned me that the moon was gonna bring about the end of times. He was flying high on whatever MacRed grows down there. Got a sworn testimony that MacRed was spotted at the Rest and Go, not that anybody will corroborate it. Reminder to keep an eye on Gladys. Gotta figure out a way in there. fucking gun's getting a little bit more. This weapon's being a little bit more trouble than it's worth, seems. But gotta try to figure out how to get up there. There's gotta be a way up there. When you think you're about to get close enough, stops you right in your tracks. There's a way up there somehow. Where is the entrance? Made it. Bypass shot. Damn it. Oh crap, crap. Oh. It's a road to nowhere. How am I gonna get in there? The damn door's barred. Guess I'll try to find this other weapon before I get to that one. Maybe the weapon helps in some way. Kai, can you give me my spoon right there?
I accidentally dropped the seed in it. I'm putting in here. I accidentally dropped it.
Guess we'll just head to Skyla. Sila, I think so.
Daddy,
Huh?
can I have some?
Go ahead, I told you you can. Just remember to brush your teeth afterwards. Get some sleep before we start this mission.
You're in cruise control with DJ Headbuster. What's up? What's up?
Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig are making lunch. Pepper.
Back here on Skyla. Looks like wherever I gotta go, it's over that way. I'm gonna have a fight ahead of me. ones are down. These mechs can be a real nuisance if you don't get rid of them soon. Primals are back. I don't know what this thing is. Must be some terraforming machine. Probably trying to make this asteroid inhabitable. It's already inhabitable as it is with this atmospheric or fake atmosphere around it. But I don't know. That or they're mining. Just a waste of equipment. Right, control armor. I wonder where these bastards went. Fuck. Primals everywhere. Captain's log. Independent freighter Cat's Meow. Our scanners caught movement on the fringes of Scylla. Haven't seen anything since, but I get the impression we're being followed. I order engineers to go dark and drift cold for the next several hours. We should be indistinguishable from space debris. Should. Famous last word. Why do I feel like someone is targeting us and knows what to look for? If that's true, then we're already dead. Something's off about this place. Look. I knew there was enemies somewhere. Team down. I was wondering where these enemies were at. I know I've seen people down this way. Even up to that point even up to the road where I came in at. But yet they were all gone. Must have been a different shift in the patrols. that's for sure. Sounds like only one of them. My guess is the rest are probably sleeping. One, two. Almost down. If I had to guess, that's probably where they came from.
Mr. Zebra's soul has sent everyone to sleep. It is very cold today.
Spreads.
Wintertime, the trees lose their leaves.
Point to where it hurts.
Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. It is so cold, the puddles turn to ice. It is very slippery. Nearer, maybe Daddy did. Daddy picked another jump into muddy puddles.
Kai. Looks like a damaged hover drone here. People were in here, probably hurt. Didn't really make it though. Looks like it's back to the mission.
Daddy,
Yeah, honey?
okay.
He's laying down.
Chocolate? I didn't see a hot chocolate. No, mine's
You can share a little bit with him, knock it off. Give him a little bit.
okay.
Use Deadass. You can use Deadass spoon. Cancel. Go next. Who knows?
George has slipped on it.
You look funny, George.
George does not think it is funny.
It's quite easy to slip away. Maybe I should carry George.
Daddy, can you carry me too?
Oh, all right, Peppa.
Just be careful you don't slip over, Daddy Pig.
Don't worry, Mummy Pig. Remember, I've got an excellent sense of balance.
Let's have a race. Yes. Ready, steady, go.
Don't slip.
I'm not going to slip.
Nothing worse than these damn little flying drones. There's a quick. Oh shit! Die, you bastard.
It is a bit funny, Daddy Pig.
I suppose it is.
Sorry, Zebra.
This whole place is growing with mechs. Holy shit. Robophobia. Found a flaw in you. Robophobia. Automechanicals now give you willies. And when they're attacking your party, you're not as effective as you should be. I do not want that.
These ones left.
Peppa and George love it when the post arrives.
We've got 2 letters.
This one's for Daddy Pig.
Dear Mr. Pig, please pay your tax
Bill, it sounds very boring. Daddy,
Yeah?
play with the much.
No.
It's stretching.
Well, knock it off, you guys.
Wow, the letter
You guys can't get along, then you guys can get out.
So we gonna get out?
If you can't play right or get along with each other, then you guys don't need to be in here. So you guys better knock it off.
Okay.
Found a vending machine. From what I can gather, it looks like a town that got deserted. Possibly because mechs just came in and overran them. Who knows, though?
If you would love to come to your party, kindly
What colour envelope shall we use?
I haven't.
Miss Zoe Zebra.
A stamp.
The letter is ready to be posted. This is the post box.
Pristine armor.
Cozy, Pedro, Rebecca, and Emily Elephant.
Beware, option 2, ports call, stealth skills.
And here is Peppa. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Peppa. Did you get my letter about my party? Yes, and I've written you a reply. Oh, goody.
Listen, so many letters today.
And this letter is mine. It is very, very important. Is it for me? Can I open it now?
It is for you, Zoe, but it must be delivered before you can open it. That's how the post works.
My toes.
And with so many letters to deliver today, I better make some.
George and I come along too.
Pop aboard, Peppa and George. See you later.
Peppa and George are helping Mr. Zebra deliver the post. This is Zoe Zebra's house.
This letter is addressed to Miss Zoe Zebra. Zebra, Zoe Zebra, Zoe Zebra, Zoe Zebra. All the post is for Zoe.
That's my letter. Can I post it?
Nibbler loves posting letters.
Mummy, look. All these letters are for me.
Oh, amazing.
Can you read it, Mummy?
Dear Zoe, I would love to come to your party. From Pedro, Emily, Candy, they're all coming to your party.
This letter is from me. Can you get out of the chocolate?
No, you staying in here with it. Here, let Daddy get
Batman. I forgot it. It doesn't sound right. I forgot my tablet. I'm gonna ask my back, Daddy. Oh, okay, my back.
Okay, boy. Stand in my elbows.
Okay.
Messages. All messages sent and received by terminal are the property of Festus Mining Corporation. Personal messages may be sent with supervisor's approval. Cost of personal messages will be deducted from employee salary. Please select the message you wish to view. Thackeray B, Site Supervisor to L. Evers, JVP, Remote Extraction. Subject, Cyber Preliminary Survey Results. We completed our initial survey, and I have to admit that your hunch was right. I owe you lunch next time I'm on Terra 1. We barely started our survey before we uncovered a mineral vein with high density of ureth, yttrium, and scandium. There's a limit to how much my team can extract in these pressure suits. Get us a terraformer and some prospecting mechanicals, and this little venture of ours is going to make us all rich. Hope the weather on Terra 1 isn't getting you down. I hear our permanent facility on Hephaestus is almost ready for habitation. Message to Thackeray B, Site Supervisor to L. Evers, JVP, Remote Extraction, Monthly Status Report. Thanks for rushing us that replacement part, Linda. My team got the former repaired, and it's busy churning out O2 again. Did you have to send one loaded with seed stock? Damn, grasses are triggering my allergies.
Yep.
Survey efforts continue. The initial vein ran dry quicker than we'd hoped, but we're getting promising results from other locations. Density of scandium lower than first sight, but yttrium still at respectable levels. We had a board team out here last week scanning for signals from the Hope. We could all guess the results from how unhappy they looked. It's been 3 years since the board classified the ship as missing. You'd think we'd be over it by now. Thackeray. Wow, these are some more messages. Congratulations on your promotion. Youngest full VP in company history. Just promise me you won't promote that drill bit Needham to replace you. Bad news. Lynn. All the sites within the former dome have run dry. The mechanicals are bringing back good samples from beyond the retention field. I'll be sending you a requisition for a hauler to relocate the terraformer closer to the new sites. My team heard that you arranged for some citrus time traveling show to stop at our base. It was a big boost to morale. You can't wait for some entertainment out here. Thackeray. Close the door. What? I love you too. Thackeray. Your request for the site relocation on that useless stop rock is denied. You've had over a year to generate a profit. If you haven't done it by now, it's not going to happen. And Everett is too busy to hide your incompetence. I don't want to hear any of your absurd excuses either. The terraformer failure was bad enough, but this dribble about primals running loose and damaging your equipment is the limit. The utter limit. Do you hear? Operations at your site are terminated effective immediately. I got a new site in mind for you. One of the rocks orbiting Hephaestus. Temps are cool, 170 Celsius. You'll love it. Needham. All logs are stored. A visiting board team reminded me of the date. You should be celebrating for your second birthday today. I try and get you drunk with the latest Rizzo concoction. You turn up your nose and say it was nowhere near as good as the Earth wine. I don't know where you are, big sis. It's been 13 years since you entered hibernation, since the Hope started its journey. I don't know what happened, why you never got here. If the architect is kind, you didn't suffer. I think think about you all the time. Every time one of the big interstellar conveyors blazes past, I look up and hope. Hope. Whoever named that damn ship should have taken a walk in the ether. I'm so sorry. I never should have convinced you to sign the indenture contract and join me on Halcyon. I'll never stop thinking about you. Jules, please forgive me. Ask Linda for info on this sublight company. That freighter captain claimed to work for them. Very strange ship. No corporate branding or colors. The captain didn't wear an improved uniform. Dealing with him left me feeling out of sorts. Had some interesting items for sale though. Can't take the feeling that they fell off the back of the conveyor. That captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger, then left before we discovered the damn thing doesn't work. The only thing it rearranged is the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some strange tech. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. Possibly quite deranged scientist. Exactly how it works and why is a mystery and it has never been duplicated. Well, looks like I found the rearranger weapon. What it rearranges other than your face, who knows? Definitely use an upgrade on my weapons. If anything, just repair everything.
Dada, are you done playing that?
Nope. Still playing, boy.
Dada,
What?
how much minutes are you gonna play that?
I don't know, honey. I'm trying to play the story mode right now, so it might be a while. You're gonna have to wait, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
See you in a sec. Well, found the arranger. Turns out this is a terraformer. Welcome to Sila. On behalf of Hephaestus Mining Corporation, welcome to Geographical Prospecting Site Silent 1. Employees are instructed to remain within the boundaries designated by the atmospheric retention pylons. Hephaestus Mining and its subsidiaries are not responsible for any death or inquiry that may occur from direct exposure to ether. As a Class D prospecting site, employees assigned to Site Silo 1 enjoy the following benefits. 1. Employees who discover a viable mineral vein are entitled to a one-time bonus of 100 bits. Due to limited availability of leisure activities, employees' shifts are increased to 16 hours per day to eliminate boredom. You're welcome. 2%, number 3, 2% discount on replacement clothing and tools at the company store. Benefits are not guaranteed. Discovery of mineral veins must occur during scheduled break times and without the use of company equipment such as automechanical prospecting units. Hephaestus Mining retains all rights to mineral veins and found during scheduled work shifts. Employees are limited to 1 bonus per calendar year. An acceptance of a mineral discovery bonus renders employees ineligible for standard performance bonuses or raises. Durations of shift is at the discretion of site supervisor and may be increased at any time without notice. Crooks. Time to head back.
Grandpa saw my grandpa saw it. Let's grandpa saw it. Grandpa saw it. Grandpa saw it.
Just a second. Gotta go and get some help. Figure out how to get in this damn place. Please don't tell me it's that freaking easy. It better not be that freaking easy. Ah, you gotta be shitting me. Well, figured it out. Thanks to a little help on YouTube. Now I just gotta fight off all these enemies. Lucky for me, that mech was a little weak. Logs. Discovery. While rummaging through the back bays, I discovered an very old Hammersmith crate that seemed to have been sealed for a very long time. A bit of elbow grease and determination pried it open, but I couldn't make heads or tails of my discovery. A prototype hammer. I didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers, but I brought it to my lab for a closer look. How strangely it glows. The trails of its wake lingers even when my eyes are closed. Mystery. I spent more time on the hammer. Its internal workings are state of the art. Thermal, electrical, and chemical systems all working in harmony. How is this even possible? The weapon is a breakthrough in circuitry and engineering, and many of the systems appear rigged against tampering. There is and many of the systems appear rigged against tampering. There's a curious energy signature swirling about the weapon, though I have yet to identify the source. The air tastes of copper, and I have lost several teeth. I have had the most sublime, prismatic dreams since I invented the hammer into my bedchamber. Invited the hammer into my bedchamber. Never mind that for now. Good news first. The energy signature matches Blandois' exclusive N-rays, raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4: shock, plasma, corrosion, and radiation. Now for the bad. In my attempts to neuter the self-destructive functionality, I inadvertently caused a small fire. The hammer's manual controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through its elemental modes. I must take greater care with future experiments. Annihilation. I've taken the liberty of locking myself into the workshop. My tinkerings were all for naught. This is no prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfections. The hammer is a lesson, a symbol. It whispers to me that disorder rules all things. But with a little ambition, we can harness that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson Halcyon is not ready to hear. Hawthorne's terminal mentioned searching black market vendors on Groundbreaker and Fallbrook. Apparently he had success in the past finding rare items using such sources. Purchasing old logs or data archives from these vendors might lead to clues about where to find more of the powerful science weapons. Well, I found 3 of however many void weapons there are. This is going to be interesting. I think for now, I'll just start do some of my main missions. This was mostly just a side mission in the event that I was able to get some pretty rare weapons now that I can sell on the black market. Now, let's put these weapons away. Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the movies there's some that scary one and that side.
Oh, yeah?
Told that spider informed down Shishi.
Oh, okay.
His head, and it was dead. It's a spider.
Alright, let's do our main quest.
Daddy,
Yes?
where's it? It's Dad.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Daddy,
Mm.
where's the pickle? My pickles. Pickle. Pickle is not. Ooh.
Where you at? Inside of Fallbrook. No. Stay here in Stella Bay and finish learning about that damn
I got a key.
learning
Daddy,
about
I
that
got a key. Daddy, can you look at this?
Are you done?
Yep.
Oh, fucking let me get out of this. Get out of our room. Stop. Underwear on? Get up.
What's my underwear?
I don't know.
My underwear's gone.
Here.
That one's cold in
Other
the
foot.
foot.
Okay, now get up. You're okay. Hop up.
I gotta get out.
Alright. See if we got enough intimidation level. Oh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on the latest Tossball games, right? So, do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths. I'm not here to chat about teams. That's a shame. Tossball's just about the only good news we get around here. When our frequency's not too clogged up, anyway. So, what can I do for you? I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. Cut to the chase. Do you know who did it or not? I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Thanks for the tip. Mr. Sandra will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do. Alrighty. Hopefully my intimidate's up enough. If not, I'm dead. Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. I know you murdered Isaac. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business. I'm making it my business. Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly? You've bullied people long enough. If you know what's good for you, you'll clear out and never come back. Wow, most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it. Well, I was able to get those guys out of here. Better go tell Sanjar. Ah, the helpful stranger. I've heard so much about you. Here, to do business? Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. That's very generous of you. Cecilia will make a note of that for myself review. Very generous. Noted. But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? Me, I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me. What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me. I'd be positively enraptured, only I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna. Afraid not. A shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey for an occasion like this. I'd hoped that living up on our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. What exactly are you hoping to accomplish? Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. We've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by? Is that it? Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour. You make a good point. So what do you mean to do about it? Well, Mr. Nandy here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board. Our teams, mind you. And if our advertising schemes hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters in our own hands. This lady knows what's going on. It's true, our Cecilia is an alarming competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. You do seem to have a bit of a Raptidon problem, and a Mantisaur problem, and a Marauder problem. Many, many problems. but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting with the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon. And you'll have a powerful ally on the board. You mean this Bolt 52? Oh yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked. Try to control yourself, sir. Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less. How exactly is a data cartridge going to help? What a question. Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done on Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of it. For our part, a bill liquidation transfer from 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board. Yes, finally, the board will get their comeuppance. So do you want to go against the board? Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them and offering us a seat at the table. But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea, it's definitely a firm middle finger. I can get behind that. That's what I like to hear. I have a reason to believe that there's one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch illegally and in secret. If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board. What does that mean for me? If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are? Sounds like you know her well enough yourself. That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions for Stellar Bay, and I fear my asking her would give her the leverage she's been looking for. Don't you get yourself worked up, sir. It's perfectly natural to have a healthy fear of her. We really don't need to discuss this now, Cecilia. So, go to Fallbrook and get the location of an illegal corporate facility then? Once you subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead or someone working there. That would do it. Infiltrate a secret corporate base and kidnap the staff. Sure, easy. A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you. I found your review on a terminal in the arms building. This has been my albatross, the great shame of my career. I gave MSI everything, my work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years I was a joke to them. Your left kidney? One of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects. Did it? Apparently not. Who cares what they think? You're in charge now. In charge of a scrap heap of a city, abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of trading partners. And you made it work. That's more than anyone could say for those execs. I hadn't thought of it that way, but perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else? Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him. Well, that's terrible. What happened? It was Elijah and his hooligans friends. I ran them out of town. I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually. Of course you would have. Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is very appreciated. Please consider this payment for your service. I'm looking for an information broker. Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. How do I get to Devil's Peak? You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I advise it, it's a terribly dangerous trek. I have questions about MSI and the good old days. Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place? I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Do you mean that you initiate your own removal for the board? Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1. What happened to the other corporations? As you may have noticed, this planet was more than its shared hazards, and as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out. But not in MSI, right? Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity, the chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. Meaning you and Graham, right? Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance. No sense being coy about it. We're partners now, aren't we? I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. We both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was unattainable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize he wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely. Why are you so invested in reforming MSI years ago? Reforms are humane, but they're also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas. No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd just be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else. Yet here you are. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and most of the senior executives remaining. I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. That's low even for them. I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reason to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board, something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. Why exactly do you want to be back on the board? Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon. To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. They treat you pretty roughly. Is it really worth going back to that? I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardship and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship. You mean the corporate data you sent me after? Indeed. I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power, and I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the who knows, perhaps once we're restored, we could... What's that? It's an illegal provision that gives the board the authority to off any planet or location for the greater good. And they invoked it on Monarch? Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes rather hard to run a business that way. Talk about something else. What can I do for you? I met Grim, the landing pad guard. I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized meeting up to snuff? You did a bang-up job. Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it back to his review. What else can I do for you? Armor Master. Increase the armor rating and skill bonuses for any armor you wear. Bonuses from mods are not affected. Well, looks like I solved that mystery. Now, just to head over to Fallbrook and finish this main mission. Manta Queen. Nothing worse than a Manta Queen. Corrosive weakness. Suffering too many corrosive runs made you weak against corrosive damage. Corrosion damage received plus 25%. Reject that. Poor bastard. Got fucking slaughtered by Mantisaurs. I wanna wish that on my worst enemy. Guess I gotta go up here. That's gotta be it. lot of mantisaurs, especially on this mission. Feel too bad for the Marauders, but still, I don't wish that any death on anybody with a Manosaur. Whatever this place is leading to, I feel like it's just gonna be one giant fucking nest. Nothing but Manosaurs everywhere so far. MSI soldier. Thanks for the stockpile. Shit. Definitely heading in the right direction. Joy, avoid. Hey, you, get over here. There's Marauders up ahead. The station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a Marauder? Because me and my Sunshine, that's my gun. If you're wondering, we don't take kindly to the Marauders. No? A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. The station's plumb crawling with Marauders, you know. What are you doing here? Hunting Marauders? I take it you ain't met the other C3s? Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast by the edge of the mountain. What are you waiting for? How do I find these other C3s? See that path that runs underneath the giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a little station near the cliff. You'll find the rest of my crew there. What are you waiting for? Why don't you help me kill these Marauders? There's nothing I enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually, go petition the boss man. Maybe you can convince him to alter my duties. I'm off. So it looks like I met up with the corporate. Found Devil's Peak Caverns. It's always good, I guess. Been hearing a lot about this place, but this must be their station. How'd you get up here? Through the caves? What caves? Good answer. I wasn't looking forward to gut-shotting you. See, the thing is, I'm with the corporate compliance crew, C3 if you will. We're mercs, and our current contract mandates that we annihilate any creatures or persons that emerge from the tunnels. Allow me to intervene. It's my job to mediate any conflicts of interest regarding C3 and third parties. Alright, first things first. To make a decision in this dispute, I'm going to need to know what your role in your organization is. Role? Technically, I'm jobless. Jobless? What? How? What? If you ain't out here on account of work, then might you ought to explain? What are your intentions regarding Devil's Peak Station? That is why you've wandered out here, I presume. I've never heard of Devil's Peak Station. I need to speak with an information broker named Hiram. Our guidelines allow us some leeway in identifying threats to our client. Your unorthodox profession makes me think we ought to remove you from the premises permanently. However, the terms of our contract specifically targets marauders, Ironclass, MSI, operatives, and anyone deemed to be hobo-like in appearance. And as you don't appear to fit any of those categories, I'm afraid I can't quite make a call on you. Don't we, as standing policy, provide an alternative to termination via Addie, our chief financial officer, could confirm, but I'm betting if you're willing to compensate us for our lost time and productivity due to this arbitration, you could pass. Can't we all just get along for free? We're on the same side here. I guess we could. There's something I'd like about you. Can't put my finger on it, but I feel like I'd rather have you with us than against us. Alright, Lance, unless you have any final point of contention to make, I'd say he's clear. No, I'll sign the clearance form, I must advise you to steer clear of Devil Peak Station. It's teeming with marauders. Anything else you need? I met Joy by the station and was hoping to get you guys to do your job and take down the marauders. How'd the station end up overrun by marauders if you're hired to guard it? Trying to say we didn't do our jobs? I'll have you know, our contract was to stop any marauders coming from the caves. Didn't say anything about the ones taking them out to the path. We'll simply clear them out later, once we've got the go-ahead from Berthold. Who's Berthold? Your boss? That's right, Berthold Fox is our boss man. Founder, president, and CEO of Birdie went down into the caves on a hunt for marauders. He's a hands-on type, likes to handle the tougher tasks himself. Although, he should have been back going on 6 hours now. I'd ask you to check the caves for him, but then we'd have to kill you when you crawl back out. You're gonna kill Berthold when he comes out of the caves too? Space, no. The contract doesn't target C3s. How'd we enforce it otherwise? It might cold hot-blooded, ain't he, Donald? Make me an honorary C3 and I'll look for him. Done. Use this signal's locked to Birdie's tracker. Should lead you right to him. Or his body. Whatever you find. Bring him back to us. Okay? I met Joy by the station. Was hoping to get you guys to do your jobs and take down the marauders. Trying to say we didn't do our job? I'll have you know, our contract was to stop any marauders from coming from the caves. Didn't say anything about the ones taking the mountain path. We'll simply clear them out later, once we get the go-ahead from Berthold. Exactly who is your client? The guy calls himself the information broker, like he's starring in one of those fancy broadcast productions the station puts out. My guess is he brokers information. Don, I don't care of the guy's name and the architect himself, so long as we get paid well and paid on time. No dispute here. I'll be going then. So, looks like I got myself another side quest here. For now, I guess we'll do the side task here. Go find this guy and then figure out why he's not attacking these people or these marauders in the station. Even though, honestly, I have to clear out this whole place by myself. Don't really need them. Well, let's check out this Devil's Peak Cavern. Been hearing a lot about it. Manticrine and Soldier. Oh my god. Mantiquine's everywhere. This is definitely not going to be fun. Nothing worse than being hammered by a bunch of terrorists. Jesus. Manta rays all over this fucking dinosaurs and queens everywhere. Oh shit. Queen. Damn, lucky I was able to fucking kill her. She would have ate me for breakfast. That's a fox. That assist was a violation of corporate law if I ever saw one. Since it was to my benefit and we're largely in lawless lands, I'll look the other way. C3 owes you one, stranger. You haven't seen Constance, have you? Ah, there's her torso. And that'd be her legs over yonder. Never mind. I'm Berthold. C3 sent me to find you. Means they're still holding the post then. Good. You might head on back. We can talk more there where it's safe. I'll be on my way once I gathered up Constance parts. Excuse me. I was able to find Berthold. No wonder he's still alive in this fucking place. Nothing but Manosaurs and Raptidons everywhere. Terror rays. These things are just as dangerous as anything else. Worst part is, they can fly. almost like having piranhas, but they fly in the sky.
Are you done playing the game?
No, not yet. Dad is getting very far right now, so I'm stuck on her right now. I'll be done in a few though. Got too much on the plate here.
I forgot to brush my teeth.
You better go brush them though. Lock the door and yeah, thank you.
You open it?
I'll open it when you come. This cavern's pretty badass.
I can't brush my teeth because I can't I could find toothpaste, but I can't find a toothbrush.
Okay. Well, just remember to do it later. Sure.
Dad,
Hmm.
can I use your brush? Okay. Can I use yours?
My what? My toothbrush? I think I got an extra one for you. Let me see. Be careful with the paper. Bring it back. Bring it back when you're done. Never would have known that there was a cave entrance right here. Let's head back the other way. So far the cave's been cleared out. Only for the time being though. The way this cave's set up, I wouldn't be surprised if more of them showed up. It's always the case. Kill one roach, another one comes back. You kill a whole colony of roaches, then 2 colonies come back. Lock the door, boy.
I don't want you to flush.
Okay.
Dada,
Mm-hmm.
how come you don't use that sink?
Oh, it's because we got too much stuff crowding it.
Is there?
Yeah, we'll be able to use our own sink once we get in our new house. For right now.
Dada,
Huh.
I want our own bathrooms in our rooms.
Well, you guys will have your own bathroom. You'll have your own rooms once you get in our house.
Because FUTV has their own bathrooms.
You guys will be sharing a bathroom. Can't have that many bathrooms. Just maybe one for you guys. But then you also have mom and dad's too.
Because I really want own my own shower and then everything, and then I can have my stuff. My own sink and shower and toilet.
Alright, well, we'll see. Hey, Mantic Queen Slayer. Glad you made it back in one piece. After all, not everyone's so lucky. Meet my corporate compliance crew. Then check out our weapons locker inside. I reckon you'll find something you like. Then we call it even between us. Why you guys got in the station? We were hired to do so. Why else? You did get the memo that we're mercenaries. Our client's a bit unorthodox, sure. He calls himself the broker and prefers the glow of terminal to flesh interaction. But I can't fault his work ethic. Our current gig is to stop by any means of lethal force any creature exiting the caverns, including but not limited to marauders, Onoclasts, and agents operating for the MSI. Kind of odd for a group of mercs to label themselves as a corporate entity. The corporate model is the oldest and most efficient, not to mention stable structure history has ever shown us. Plus, corporations got certain rights not entailed to individuals. I lead the C3s. Addie covers our payroll and expenditures, Lance handles the human capital, and Donald is our charming public face. Our systems work. We've racked up more confirmed kills than any other crew you can hire. I'll call it even if you help me wipe out the marauders at the broadcast stations. You drive a hard bargain, Mantic Queen Slayer. It don't make much financial sense for C3 to expend resources on any killing beyond the context stipulations, as the marauders didn't enter that from the caves. The requirements are murky. At the same time, we don't want to keep our client alive until the payment's cleared. Oh, we do want. Okay. So let's do this. We recommend the client safeguard himself, so I don't expect that the main doors will be accessible. Find a way to open them, and we'll clear any hostiles on the inside. I best radio ahead for Joy and Hudson to prep for us. They'll be at the station entrance, ready with our finest auto mechanicals to assist you. C3's prepared to move out. Thunder.
My bone hurts.
You mean you're getting sick?
No.
Could mean that if you're over there hacking up and everything.
Daddy,
Hmm.
you want my old Xbox?
Okay.
I want.
Fox Radiohead said I'm to follow you, provide whatever support you need. If those bastards start shooting, we'll join in. I gotta warn you, my girl Sunshine here is a tad trigger happy. Of course, me and her will follow your lead. Just wanted to let you know we wouldn't be begrudged of you of any violent inclinations. Your gun's the trigger happy one, or are you? Ain't it the same, really? I'd say me and my piece meet each other halfway on the issue. She likes to be used, and I like to put her to use. We can tell friend from foe, mind you, but it's probably best not to walk directly in front of us. Sit tight, I'm going to take a look around. Whatever you need, just don't take too long. Idling makes me want to shoot something. way to go, but he had to go more or less. Random environmental controls installation and keycards. Barb, the new environmental controls terminal is now installed and running upstairs. Congratulations, you messaged corporate about it and you get to manage it. Consider this your official notice to hide its access key deep in the bottom of the drawer somewhere, preferably within archives or in one of the station's other popular sections. Because I'm sure as hell will not allow our station's efficiency scores to plummet due to a pointless safety feature. Don't even think about testing the systems out. The emergency sirens will make your ears bleed, and if you accidentally trigger the fire suppression system, it can't suck the air from the room faster than the station's last performance review. Val. You out there, whoever you are? Yes, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to face, to the intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station, unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? I'm looking for an information broker. Nice and coherent, good. Take it you're not with the Marauders then. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need for you as my newest contractor. You may call me the broker. Speaking of, I'm working with Burt Old. C3's ready to fight. Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time. I'll tell you, I'm up to my neck in Marauders in here, which, by the way, they were supposed to prevent. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. I'll see what I can do. you guys want to come in? Gotta search this place out before we go any further. Ramsey, subject, emergency protocols. B. Ramsey to broker, emergency protocols. As I stated in my prior 4 messages, there is simply no cause for alarm. I swear to you, Hiram, the situation is under control. What you call a near emergency, I would consider a non-event. Yes, a high-energy transmission was used for too lengthy a period of time, and yes, the generators cannot safely support that activity. Yes, and yes, they could have been damaged under load, but the point remains, nothing happened. We caught the issue in time. The engineers involved were reprimanded. I swear on my mom's grave it will not happen again. Now please cease contacting me for daily updates on the status of the generators. Thank you. A voyeur to Ramsey. What in the black hole were you thinking, Val? At some point, space efficiency becomes the inverse to time efficiency, and one negates the other. What I mean is, how am I to do my morning business when the toilets are directly facing the open showers? You might like watching fellows scrub their jigglies while you take a steaming dump, but I don't. Sincerely, thanks for the peep show. Not really. That was sarcasm. Theodore. On the contrary, Theo, not only is it spatially efficient design, but it also encourages simultaneous users to hurry their business. Don't look, or speed it up and move on. After all, the faster you're back to your station, the happier you will all be. Warmest regards, Val. Postscript, you take too many bathroom breaks and you know it. Interesting. Ask Miss Spirit. All sensors currently indicate a standard level range regarding temperature and chemical composition through the station. Time submitted. Go. Waiting an official response from the Xanthium HQ. Marauder's free at last. I'll get the door. Do hurry on in. Take all this shit. It's fucking mine. All mine. Totally mine, man.
Look, I'm sorry. If I get bit by an animal, I'm just let it go. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Dang. I don't know if this is gonna make me cry. I think this is more just me. Hey, girl, the cat doesn't want to take a picture with you.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it is not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. And you got my money's worth out of the C3s. I'd have simply dealt with you in the first place. Think nothing of it. Oh no, my business is in trade, not owing others the burden of a favor. This ought to square up our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why you ventured here at all. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? I told you, I'm looking for a certain information broker. Ah, yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking for the premier broker for all of Monarch, which you knew was me, clearly. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts always. Just, it might take me a little while this time. Why is that? I'm awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Ana class are clogging the airwaves with from Stella Bay and Amber Heights in their war against each other. They're scrambling each other's outgoing messages. Luckily, however, the Ana class have now gone silent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I would. Then you've my impressed gratitude. Still, we need to get MSI off the airwaves. I will leave the means to that particular end under your discretion. So we kicked them off. Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness, which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. Can't we cut them off from inside the station? No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Sanjar and MSI to stop transmitting on their end. I'll talk some sense into them. You do that. I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end.
Dada?
Yeah? Lucky with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. What was that?
Dog smile.
Yeah.
Could Odin
You're an
smile?
info broker. What's that, Yep? Is that
I
a trick
never saw
question?
him
Because to
smile.
answer it, you need to pay me. Of course. I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will. Have you received any broadcasts from Earth? What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyers means it's not worth any time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price. Let's talk about the board. There are so many members. Do specify. Got any compromising information on the chairman? If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I'm about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal. but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. So the chairman demonizes Monarch rather than welcome it back to the fold? Exactly, but you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me. I want to ask you about something else. Luckily for you, I am a veritable front of information. I'm curious about MSI and the Honor class. They are a curious lot, insufferable and short-sighted too. What else do you wish to know? I can use some dirt on Sanjar Nandi. Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights. What do you mean? I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night. Curious about Graham Bryant's deep, dark secrets. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago. What's the story between MSI and the Honor class? You mean between MSI, the Honor class, and myself? I bet neither of them megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were banning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership. Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the Hazard Clause, declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity to take over MSI. Stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet. So you're the glue that brought them together. Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales. Thus the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time. Why did the partnership fall apart? Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives that they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Grant is quite morally gray. Luckily for you, I'm a veritable font of information. That's enough gossip for now. What can you tell me about Phineas? Not much, admittedly. You must know something about him. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean, outside of that, well, that's a raptidon of another color. I'm listening. I do know this much. There's a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I'm not convinced as to the validity of these allegations considering the source, but I'm also not unconvinced either. Alright, that's enough gossip for now. How low you seemingly regard my trade. I'd like to secure some information. How may it be a secret for you? Oh, I need to head out. Sure, you know where to find me if you need me. priority transmission lock. Accessing. Continue. Status station's primary band is presently oversaturated with continual transmissions from sister settlements. Off-world signals are unable to be isolated for recording. Amber Heights data is on a class in origin. Graham is behind it, must speak with him. Stellar Bay broadcasts are coded gibberish, could potentially used to blackmail Sandra. Has his signature all over it. You can't. Maybe you should have been nicer to Val. Don't even try to pretend you're unaware that all broadcasting is currently locked down. Please return to milling about the break room and laminating their internship in corporate arbitrations you never finish, or to override the lock or on recording. Simply enter your admin username and in the command line, or you can't. Maybe you should have been nicer to Val. Personal files for Hiram Blythe. Dare I say, the future is looking bright. Indeed, I can run a full gamut of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Sandra and Graham are living up to their promises and have not interfered with initial broadcast. The deal is holding, and I believe I had a near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with the board on my trail. We will mark that trial firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found thus far the most reliable methods for evading detection with the limited frequency of Monarch's off-board transmissions, involving duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information gathering associates now know to filter out the sounds in the vocal range, in turning isolating the embedded data, and the board's authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. Pox it all. Those imbecile children, in their hatred of each other, Sanjar and Graham, have oversaturated my key bands. They'll take down each other all right, and me right along with them. I should have never invited them to play, but what to do about it now? What to do indeed. Blabba has only this calls for a celebratory drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be the best hiding place.
Mm-hmm.
This, when we play hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the best hiding place.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness, where is he? Where is Maxie?
This girl might need a seeing eye dog.
Maxie, is that you?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Y'all playing hide and seek. Why won't anybody play hide and seek with me? I want to play. Actually, I did do hide and seek one time on Sam's channel from Sam Foley. It was fun. Hide and seek with the dogs. Yeah, throw them off the trail, throw a ball, distract them, and then see if he can find you. I'm sorry, I don't think dogs are the smartest. She's right there, you dummy! Oh, man. Might be time to take him back. Take him back to the pound. Don't do it. He is not using his nose. Oh, there you go. Now he uses his nose. He's like, yep. Girl, show yourself. Dang, that dog was more confused than a black man in college. It's a job. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. All right, it's a joke. All right, it's a joke.
What are you watching?
Ouch. Nice work.
I'm watching people doing TikTok hide and seek.
Hmm. Better watch what you're watching there, boy.
Huh?
Better watch what you're watching there. Some of the stuff they're saying doesn't sound too good.
I'm watching this.
Okay, well, as I said, watch what you're watching.
Then he doesn't say bad words.
Okay.
Oh, bro. Poor dogs. They're so confused. That's mean. It's sad because those dogs just won't look up. They're just like, where are you at? I can't see you. Dog, all you have to do is whoosh, and then you're good. I guess they did not think that you would actually be able to stay up on that. Is everybody hiding from their dogs today? Jeez. Y'all must be bored. Dog is so confused. He's like, why are you running away from me? Jeez. Oh, that's nice, Kevin. Good for you. Everybody's got a golden retriever or a pit bull. Dang. Perhaps it is time for me to get a dog. Should I do it? Let me know. I wish all black people could say that.
Hey, turn that off. Don't be watching that. No.
He's coming over, guys. He's coming. Look at that big boy. Monster, can you come up? Up. Look how big he is compared to me. Big.
Okay, so we got everything done so far. Just got to try to convince this guy to do something with this transmission. But until then, we're gonna leave off from here and be back later. Other than that, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. I'll probably be back on later on tonight. I don't know. We'll see. On that, good game, good night. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what you're watching. Again, the YouTube channel is The Night Bird of Prey. That's The Night Bird of Prey. All caps, night spelled with a K-N-I-G-H-T. Prey is P-R-E-Y. The Night Bird of Prey YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit those bell notifications if you want instant notifications of when I go live. Don't forget to share and like. If your friends are looking for somebody to watch and you think it's that my channel is something that they would enjoy watching, don't be afraid to drop the line or drop the channel name. Other than that, good game, good night. Keep it groovy, keep it tight. Peace out.